Knowing the love languages can make a huge difference in your relationship. Would you like to learn more?
Yeah, let's do it.
I'm Cathy Vartuli from theintimacydojo.com.
And I'm Reid Mahalko from readaboutsex.com.
Reid actually recommended this book to us, and reading
Five Love Languages by Gary Chapman.
Yes, it's a great book. Really impactful. He's very religious, so if you're not religious and read it anyway, it's worth the information.
Yeah, and if you're super spiritual and love, the word God in your books, then you'll be thrilled.
Yeah. So understanding the love languages is powerful because I was brought up to think that I didn't know anything about love languages.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of got what you got, and you hoped that made you feel good.
Yeah.
And understanding that different people speak different languages can help you translate and actually help you ask for what you need.
Have you been wondering, why some people make you feel so cared for and other people whom love you a lot just leave you kind of feeling bereft? It might be because they're speaking different languages or a different dialect of showing how they care than you're receiving, which is the whole basis for the book. The five love languages are broken down into 5 different categories.
Yes. My favorite one is touch. It's something that's really important to me. So if someone I like touches me, it makes me feel very accepted and loved. That
See, look at that look of acceptance and love on her face. Mine's words of affirmation. Tell me how good that made you feel.
It was amazing, Reid. Thank you.
I feel loved. Words of acknowledgement, words of affirmation.
Yeah. Some people really love quality time. So if quality time is your thing, you really want to spend one-on-one time usually with your partner. And that can be different in different ways. Some people may be sitting together watching TV. Other people may want to just be really spending.
Yeah. There's always the good clue is to turn off your cell phones and your laptops and actually spend focused time with the people whom you think quality time might be working for. Yeah. Another love language is acts of service. Mm-hmm. Some people show that they care by doing things for others. And then the last one is
gifts.
Gifts.
Yes. So some people feel really loved getting a gift, and it could be a flower. It could be a pretty stone they found when they were out walking. Or it might be a diamond bracelet. Different people receive it different ways. Mm-hmm. And the really cool thing is you get to translate. You get to find out what your partner's love language, your kid's love language. Finding out what my boss's love language was amazing.
Was it touch?
No, it was not. Because that would look really weird in the workplace.
I don't know. You never know.
He loves to be affirmed. He loves to be told. He's helped us, and he's an amazing boss. So being able to communicate that way to him in a way that really lands with him made a huge difference. Mm-hmm. It makes me feel like I'm able to share with him how much he does for us. Yeah. And I can tell that it lands, and it makes him feel valued. Mm-hmm. So it's really good.
So one thing to know about love languages is that people show that they care in these 5 basic languages. And they also feel cared for in these 5 basic categories. Mm-hmm. But the categories are not always the same.
Yes.
And that most people, by default, kind of lead with 1 or 2 languages always. Like when I'm trying to show that I care to somebody, it's usually acts of service. And then it's either touch or words of affirmation. Like for me, quality time, if we're just hanging out, texting on our phones, as long as I'm near you, I'm kind of like a dog. Like, as long as I'm near my master, I feel fine. But that's not always quality time for somebody else.
Right.
So I usually lead with those 2 or 3. What's interesting is what makes me feel cared for are not the same 2 or 3. Right. They can be in different orders. Not for everybody, but for some. So for what makes me feel cared for is words of affirmation, then touch, then acts of service, and then gifts, and quality time and gifts are like tied for last.
Right.
I don't need to see somebody. I have good friends of mine I haven't seen in 16 years. And I still feel like when I see them, we're best buddies.
Yeah.
Because quality time for me has nothing to do with how close I feel to somebody.
Right. And you may be finding a lot of conflict in a relationship just because you don't understand your partner's love language. So I hear this all the time from clients. Say the woman in the relationship, mm-hmm. the one partner, is an act of service. She's showing her love by washing the dishes and cleaning the car and doing all these things. And her partner is someone who really values touch. And the partner may be going, she's always busy doing all that stuff, and she's never here touching me.
We never cuddle. We
Yeah.
never sit on the couch
So there's
and
all that
snuggle.
conflict and resentment.
Yeah.
Or someone who's an active service person might be really slaving away, trying to earn money for the family, and feeling like I'm really showing I'm doing a good job. And if the partner doesn't receive that or recognize that what they're doing, they don't ever see that as love. And
Yeah.
two people may love each other a lot.
And totally be speaking different languages.
Yeah.
So things that you can do is try to figure out the languages that you lead with and that your partner leads with and receives with on both sides of the fence, and then see which languages you can connect. If you're an acts of service person and your partner's touch, then you could think of cuddling them as an act of service, or giving them a foot rub as an act of service, and transform their experience of you greatly.
Yeah, it can create so much love in your life. There is an assessment tool on Gary's 5, the number 5, lovelanguages.com. You can go and take the quiz, get your partner or your friends to take the quiz.
Yeah, you've got the link on your site.
I do.
Yeah. And then leave your comments at the bottom of this video and let us know what else you want to hear about or what you even think about. What's the love language that you lead with?
Yeah.
Bye.
Thanks.